Hello. Welcome back to another video. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do that, and let's get right into it. So first I'm going to start off with my prep. What was I saying? Oh, okay. First I'm going to prep my nails as usual. I'll just take my flame bit and I'll use that to clean up my cuticle, and I also kill two birds with one stone and push back my cuticle. Did I say that? I push back my cuticle and clean my cuticle. I was not ready for this video. I was not ready to do this. Anyway, so I do that one way in forward, and then I switch to reverse and do that the other way. This just ensures that you won't have anything left on the nail, so it helps with adhesion and everything. And then after I've got the cuticle pushed back and cleaned, I'm gonna take some cuticle scissors and I'll just cut away the rest of the dead skin. And after I've cut away the rest of the cuticle, I'll take my mandrel bit and my arbor band, medium grit, and I have my drill just at the lowest speed it will go. It doesn't tell me the RPM, so I cannot give you that information. But I will tell you, I literally have it as low as it will go without turning on, so that way I won't damage my nail. And I will be using this purple nail polygel kit from Makartt. And this is everything it comes with when you open it up. So this is your slip solution that helps you move around the polygel. You dip your brush in it and it prevents the polygel from sticking to your brush. It came with 4 colors. A dark purple, it's kind of translucent or jelly-ish. And then this is very opaque purple, and same with this one. And then it did come with a clear as well. I thought it was a white, but it's not. It's a clear. So then it came with your brush. I never knew what to call the spatula scraper thing on the end of the brush, but it's a picker. It's a picker. So it comes with that on one side of the thing, and then the brush is on the other. And they also throw in a top coat and then your base coat. Huge disclaimer, I do not use the base coat or the dual forms that come with it. You can see it kind of like leaked or something, like before I opened it. I don't know what that was all about. The cover just must not have been on tight enough. I did tighten it a little bit, but like it didn't seem loose enough to the point where it should have leaked. So make sure you store these upright if you do keep the products in them. That's just what I suggest. Anyway, it came with your instructions and everything, so let's get into it. So I start off by cleaning the nails with some Young Nails Swipe, and then I'll put my Young Nails Protein Bond on. And then I took this builder gel from Model 1s. I always want to say Models 1. I don't know why. Anyway, so I use that just to apply a base layer. I prefer this over a gel base coat because I find it sticks better to my nail. Plus I can really use that brush to push it into my nail plate, so I'll get better adhesion that way. And after I've cured that layer of gel for 60 seconds in the lamp, I'm going to apply my form. I just use some cheap forms off Amazon. They work fine for me. I mean, I don't do extra long nails really. I mean, they're not that long for me. A lot of people say to me, like, obviously, like, how can you do stuff with those nails and whatnot? And it's just like, leave me alone. But anyway, point being, these forms are long enough for me. So if you want to do extra long nails, get extra long forms. But I just ordered these off Amazon, like I said. So I take the tab off the back and I pop that onto the back of the form. And then I give it a little curve and stick the very tip of it together. And then I'll just put that under my nail. And I'm just trying to make sure it comes out straight. Like, if this is my nail and I'm putting the nail form like underneath it, I don't want it to be like pointing down or pointing up. I want it to be coming out straight with my nail sidewalls. Sorry for my crooked finger. Anyway, and you can also see like it's touching the center of my nail. That's where you kind of want it to be touching most. If it's not touching the outer corners, don't worry about that as much. You can fill that in with a little bit of product, and it will also help the strength of your nail a little bit. I mean, I've never had a problem doing it that way. But what I want to emphasize on is getting the form a little bit skinnier than your natural nail is. That way you won't like have a fanned nail and it'll be nice and straight. Or like I'm trying to do a tapered coffin kind of look, so I made mine a little bit extra skinnier. But again, like if you're trying to do a square or anything, make sure it is a little bit skinnier than the actual nail. So that way you won't have no thick fanned nail. So moving on to applying the polygel, I took my pick and I just squeezed some onto that, and you'll see me just scrape it right onto my nail. I'm not scraping it onto the form because it will move my form out of place. You don't want that. So if you're doing this, scrape it right onto your nail. Don't put it on the form. Anyway, so what I'm using is the slip solution. I do usually just use Young Nail Swipe because I didn't have any specifically slip solution until now, but I got some now, so we're using it. So it works pretty good. Honestly, I think it does work better than the Young Nail Swipe. Well, the Young Nail Swipe isn't actually meant for this, I don't think. Like, it's meant to cleanse the nail. So I kind of did notice a difference compared to the Young Nail Swipe using the slip solution. Like, less got stuck in my brush and everything. It was just, it works for what it's meant for. Anyway, so I'm just dabbing that and pushing that around to where I need it. And one thing I like about working with polygel is you can actually kind of take your time, right? And get your apex in place and whatnot. And you don't got to worry about like the acrylic. It'll cure in like 20-30 seconds, like, and after about 15 seconds you probably can't move it anymore, barely. And then, you know, you got your builder gel, which will start running into your cuticle and everything. But polygel is super easy to work with. Like, it makes me really question why I started working with acrylic. Like, I feel like I'll always kind of be more of an acrylic person. Like, the past few months I've been trying a lot of different things, but I feel like personally I'll always be an acrylic person for some reason. Moving on. Anyway, I did apply not enough polygel the first time, so I just spread that out as much as I could basically, and then I applied some more. Oh, I cured that for 60 seconds and then cured some more. Since the form is black and it's not translucent at all, I wanted to make sure the polygel cured well. But like I said, this darker purple that I'm starting out with is kind of a jelly-like consistency or color, whatever you want to say. So the light will travel through it pretty decently. So it should cure either way. Anyway, you'll see me just going on with another bead and pushing that around. And like I said, I had to go on with the third bead as well. And like when I went on with like the third time, when I went the third time for the product, adding more product, it was basically just to kind of fill in little gaps and stuff that really needed it more or less. Not necessarily for your main structure. But you do, like, I hate when I get to the filing and I realize I gotta add more product. Like, it is always better to have more product than you need. Like, I know it's annoying all the filing you do at first, but like, you'll get better at time as time goes on. Don't worry about that. Like, I just find it's better to have more than you need. Always. So then I'm just going to show you guys real quick me applying it to my index finger as well. I didn't record the application of the form. Sorry if you wanted to see that. Actually, let me know down below what you guys want to see more of. Like, I speed through the parts that I don't think's interesting, but what do you guys want to see? You know, what do you want me to speed through or take out of the videos, and what do you want me to add? Comment down below and let me know if you're even watching this far into the video. As I was going, I did cure them for 60 seconds, so they're probably fully cured, but I did do a final cure of 2 minutes before I filed. And at first I just took my e-file and my safety bit, and then I just removed some of the bulk that I felt comfortable removing. I'm so much more comfortable now than I was when I first started doing nails, working with my e-file, but I still, like, especially when I'm finished filing, I don't want to really work too much with that e-file because I don't want to have to go back in and apply more product. So anyway, after I have removed as much as I feel like should with the e-file, I'll take my hand file, and I always start by taking off as much length as I need to. And then I go and do my lower arches. I make sure they're coming out straight from my nail, my side wall of my nail. Like, I don't want them going down or coming up. Like, I want them coming out straight. So that's what I try to achieve. And then, like, you will see me going back every once in a while and still touching it up a little bit, but I try to do the main bulk of it at first. And you'll see me go in and do the sides as well, and I tried to go for like a tapered square coffin look, which usually doesn't turn out too well for me, but I don't think these turned out too terrible. after I have done the sides, I will go in and I'll start around the cuticle area. And then, of course, when I'm done the cuticle area, I start moving down and doing the rest of the surface of the nail. And basically, once I got everything done, then that's when I start going back and looking at my free edge again and my lower arches and touching that up. So let's get into the fun stuff. I'm going to take a little dotting tool in my white Makartt polish. And I'm just going to take the polish straight out of the bottle, just dip my dotting tool right into the bottle. I prefer to do that. I don't like getting a whole tile out and putting it there and whatever. Anyway, so then I'm just going to start doing little cloud shapes. And I'm just basically doing like random dots, and I'm not doing them in like a straight line. I'm kind of staggering them out so it looks like an actual cloud kind of. And I'm only doing like 3 or 4 on the whole nail because I will be adding some other stars as well. And after I've got those clouds dotted on, you'll see me take my ombre brush, and I will just, excuse me, sorry. Anyway, I'll just take my ombre brush and I'll start sort of blending out just the bottom of those clouds. And you'll see me also trying to drag out like the sides into a thin line so it looks like they're kind of wisping away into the wind a little bit. I didn't do it too much on my thumb, but I kind of paid more attention to it on like when I got to like my ring finger and pinky, so they do look better. There's some pictures at the end of the video if you want to see as well, so stick around for those. Anyway, so after I blended out those clouds, I cured those, just flash cured them for like 10 seconds. And going in with that dotting tool again, I'm also going to be using that art brush that I showed you. But first I'm going to take that dotting tool and just add a little tiny dot where I want some stars to be. Boom. And then I will take that brush, and all I'm going to do is drag out that polish in 4 little lines to make it look like a little twinkling star in the sky. Bam, bam. And then I decided, of course, to go over it with my holographic top coat, because that's what I do. And just to say that I did use the top coat from the kit, I went over the nails with that as well and cured both the top coats for 60 seconds. And that's it for this video. So if you haven't already subscribed, like I said, make sure you do that and like this video as well. And thank you for coming back.
Just gonna add a quick voiceover here. I did do my middle finger with the clear polygel because I wanted to put my purple jelly polish on it. I thought there would be a big difference in the color, but there really wasn't compared to the polygel. So anyway, I put 2 coats of that on and then just did 2 coats of holographic top coat, and that was it for that nail.